All right, there we go. Back again, back again. I just realized immediately that I have to move some of these windows around. It's been a while. So please, beautiful chat, ignore any hiccups that we may have along the way as we try to set things up. But I like you guys here because then it's like I'm not looking too far. Hello and welcome back to Roll for Trauma. This is episode 1 of NevaeH Shattered Memories, the third and final installment of what I've decided to call the Halo Saga. More stories will happen in NevaeH, but this specific arc is finally coming to its close. And of course, it can't come to its close without the players. So say hi, players.
Hi,
Hi,
players.
players. It's been so long. I missed you all.
I'm
Wow.
so excited. It's fine.
Now we are very intentionally stalling because we are missing one player who's coming in from work very shortly. That's 3 subs. I am keeping track, and they will happen this game. But I'll need you all to hang tight on that. Julie, if you can just make me a list because I have a feeling that we're gonna get a lot. In the
Yeah.
meantime, for everyone who has subscribed, let me know who you want them to go to. I'll have Julie for Trauma keep track of it, and at a certain point, I'll message you, Julie, and let you know to give me the list, or just send it to me now and edit it as you go, and we'll throw all of that chaos down at y'all.
Let's just talk about how degenerate they are already. We haven't even started. We haven't introduced characters. They're already like, give them
Nothing.
pain.
You
They're
barely
ready.
know my name.
They want to fuck y'all up. That's what's most evident.
It's
Wow.
the beard, isn't it? The feather beard. That's what you guys are going for, right?
Too bad he changed the whole list on it.
Dang.
Oh yeah, the entire list has been
Or
changed.
Featherbeard.
I think this is a lot scarier because I was used to like beards and touching things going in flames and then touching
Right.
things and they were
Oh,
outside. Like,
Avatar
it's
of
just,
Death. Time for
And
bruh.
all of the Wish Angels.
no.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
fine.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
they're all
Nothing
good.
could go wrong
Extra.
here.
Everything's different, and it's totally awesome. I don't think there's a Featherbeard in here, but I'm just gonna do a quick search to make sure. Yep, no Featherbeard.
Well, that's a shame.
He's like, it's a fish oil beard. Fish oil.
Ew!
We don't have a
Once we
cat
started
this
blowing
time.
up, once we started blowing up with the shops with the Featherbeard, it was like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah, y'all are recognizing the Featherbeard. I was like, okay. These
Well.
are a lot. I don't want to say nicer.
Because that'd be a lie.
I
Right,
would
yeah.
say they're more focused.
Oh, because there's not like whole group ones, right?
Yeah.
Pat, I
a
know this
lot less
breaks
coverage.
immersion, but does this wig give Orphan Annie or not? I just want to know.
Nah.
It's okay. You can make immersion. Like I said, we're stalling. We're stalling. We're having a good
You're
time.
looking cute.
We have a little bit of exposition that I definitely want to give everybody, just to catch them up with how things ended and how things are now. If you have questions, yeah, I know I'm a lot quieter. It always fucking does this. I don't know. I like if like look at how close this microphone is to my lips. I don't know. I can't fix it. I'm sorry.
I can hear Violet's voice in the background on that comment.
I'm sorry. I'm soft spoken.
Why am I not that close?
Accurate.
She's so fresh.
I'm getting intimate. I'm not going to. You almost got me. I almost licked the hell out of this mic, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. If you guys have questions, audience, feel free to join the Discord server. And you can ask any questions you like to any of the players, as well as anyone else in R4T. That's the Roll for Trauma Discord. If you want to join the NevaeH Discord, that will be available at a later date. We're purging some information from there and moving it to a different platform. So until then, yeah, you're just gonna have to wait. But the Roll for Trauma server is open, so feel free to join. Check out the dice. Lots of people have gotten a lot of new dice for this campaign. I'm excited for the rolls. We've got a beautiful dice tower that is right here, and you can't see it, but I've got another camera set up for that in case of, let's call it trauma, in case of really bad things. So not the standard ones that'll come up on screen, but stuff that the NPCs are doing. Let's see the story so far.
I'm absolutely living for this right now. I've been so excited. I'm 90% sure I've driven a few people mildly insane over the last 3 months.
Yeah, same.
We have taken over several calls
No, it's not
because we got
settings.
excited.
My voice is not being picked up through Discord. So this is Streamlabs directly taking my microphone and throwing it
Is that
away.
perhaps the issue?
Well,
Is
how
because the
is
rest of
this
us are
not
coming
being
through
mean?
Discord?
No. The rest of you going through Discord is fine. Streamlabs, so because I can crank you guys up significantly more.
Mhm.
I can't crank my volume up any more than it already is.
Right. I meant, is that maybe the difference?
Oh yeah, that's
Is that-
definitely the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 100% the difference. I just can't do anything about it. So I have
That's
to
fair.
just talk louder, which is annoying. I did that already. It's already at full. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't do anything more, folks. This is the loudest this microphone will get. The only thing I can do to even it out is to turn them down to like there. So you guys go ahead and say something.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh.
Like
Hello.
Like saying things.
I have them cut by like half. What I need is the microphone that Deontay is using. That's the one I usually use, and then this isn't an issue. But Deontay's microphone on his headset is worse than my microphone on my headset, so that's not gonna happen
Oui.
today.
So,
And he's more soft spoken. Like that'd be.
Yeah.
did you just call me
You
gay?
you just subscribed,
No, but I
Stonebear
can.
Gaming, so
Oh.
you have a role that you get to give.
Ah, Jesus. Henny.
Henny, I thought you loved
Henny,
me.
that
What
is
the hell?
your
Henny, I'm
second
gonna
one.
make you cry.
Oh, that, oh, JK. Was it JK or not? Which
Oh,
one is
right.
it?
Yeah, share the trauma.
No, she's giving the role to me for sure, but she's not talking about the trauma.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Simon,
do a
be
quick
prepared.
dice
We're gonna make you.
test. This is just to make sure it works on the screen. It does. Okay, so you guys will actually be able to see your rolls going right on the screen just like that. NPC rolls will be with the dice tower. Only when something very bad or very stressful is going to happen. I'm definitely stealing that from Dimension 20 because Dimension 20, they're awesome.
Come on.
Yeah, it's true. I really like your little bubble that you made.
Yeah, I like it
Henny,
too.
did you
Your
just
little
send
icon.
two
Yeah,
towards
giving light.
Deontay?
two to
Oh my
Deontay. Damn,
Damn.
damn.
Hold on. For real? That's
No,
crazy.
she only sent the one. It was
Okay.
that she was clarifying that she meant still Deontay.
Oh, I was like, damn,
Oh.
y'all gonna give them all to me? That's fine. Whatever, it's okay.
Oh, lava monster. Oh, Allie.
Oh shit.
Dang.
Oh my God,
We're gonna have to go
y'all.
on a crying spree.
Wait,
like, it's
me and,
what's gonna happen.
me and Lava are like low-key besties during stream, so I'm safe.
That's doubtful.
Oh god damn it.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Thanks, bestie.
Hey. I'm kidding.
Ooh, I'm scared, Lava. I'm shaking in my boots, in my non-magma having boots. Ugh.
I would
Oh,
really like to
damn,
know who
that's crazy.
Stone Bear Gaming
Wow.
was gonna pick.
I was just kidding. Stone, don't do it to me.
So I've rolled a 2. Who's a 2?
Oh, he's just trying to figure out like who he's gonna give it to.
Oh no!
Oh
Both of
no.
his rolls.
Hey, I do want to remind you guys, you can also, this campaign, give your roles to the NPCs. There are some rules about that, okay? First off, it has to be a named NPC that is on screen at that time. So those two conditions have to be met, i.e., if you see a picture but they haven't introduced themselves, you still can't give them that role. Once they have introduced themselves and there is a picture on screen, live your life. If you want to try to fuck up the NPCs, I will warn you, what y'all are doing in this campaign is considered tampering with astral and umbral magic whenever those roles happen. And there are NPCs that, in a level of meta, are aware that there are others who can tamper with it, you being the others. So while they may not be able to hop out of the screen and attack any of y'all in the side chat here, they can feel magic of astral and umbral energy changing around them, and they can weaponize it. So keep in mind what those roles become. And then keep in mind that some NPCs that are strong enough can take those roles and turn them against other players.
Damn, so I gotta be nice to everybody in the chat so they don't start giving NPC roles so they can fuck me over. That's crazy.
I mean, the
Y'all
good
really
news
want me
is-
to be in my good guy era. That's wild.
Good news is, if it's just a monster from the bestiaries, they can't give the roles to those guys.
Yeah.
Because those guys scary as shit.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna be real.
they're not named. Well, some of them are named.
Oh, fuck
Some
all of
of
that, okay?
some of them are named.
There's a lot of named in the beast theory, actually. Like, what's up? There's a lot of unique creatures.
There's a lot of
No,
unique
no.
creatures.
Independent names. I like you wouldn't like. Let me grab an example.
Like Rebecca
What I mean.
the Snake. Or
Right.
as opposed to just like, I'm a snake.
Like-
It's Rebecca the Snake.
Like if we were facing a Shadowhead, like, and it
Avos,
wasn't
my
named.
baby.
Yeah, the Shadow Knight
Avos
would be
is a
fine,
name.
but Avos is a name. So exactly the difference between the two. A wish turtle is not
Avos is-
named. That's just the name of that creature, but of that creature type. But if the creature itself has a name that it goes by, you can afflict it.
So if he's like, you can call me Winston the Witch Turtle, then automatically that role, he's like, Winston decides to bite your fucking
Yeah,
face off.
yeah. If you name the
Oh.
NPC, it has a name.
Ah, damn. That's giving that time I got reincarnated as a slime energy in the sense of where it's like, once they get a name, they go through an evolution. Like, hello, is it me?
Raven will be on the way. That's why I'm stalling. But we can definitely kick things off now. So are you all ready?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, I am more ready than I've ever been.
That's hella petty. I'm here for every ounce of that.
Damn. All right, let me get the music up and let's get going. I got a lot of reading to do just to start things off. We will do a little bit of a recap of some stuff.
Come on, stuff.
Come on, stuff. 500 years ago, the world began to fall apart. Celestials, demons, and abyssal creatures walked the surface of the world, bringing calamities with them. 5 brave warriors stood up and met the impossible challenge of saving the world. A powerful elder god, known only as the Soulforge, sought to remake the world in its own image. The warriors banded together and gave parts of their very soul to a vessel named Halo. With her power, in a climactic battle, the world was saved. Angels, celestials, demons, abyssals, all heavenly bodies and entities returned to their realm. Or so we thought. 250 years later, the heroes of old have long since passed, with the exception of Halo. A group of rather unsavory travelers found themselves tasked with the burial rites of the godchild, unaware that her life was the only thing keeping the fabric of reality together. And when they finally reached the new land, it came with an all-new darkness beyond the cracks in the veil. But now it's present day. In a far distant land known only as Asaria, a celebration has been happening. The winter solstice celebration is reaching its end in a fantastic city known only as Astellion. There are all manner of creatures getting along, drinking, partying, and celebrating the beginning of a new year, a new dawn. All 5 of our travelers happen to be in this very same town. The festivities are at an all-time high this evening. As the sun begins to set, you can hear bards playing music amongst the street, vendors selling, acrobats doing tricks along the sidewalks. The lights are fueled by Karnatech, a magical energy source that illuminates things with an electronic hue. And somewhere amidst the streets is Adriana, amongst celebrating with all manner of wild people in a tavern. She heads out from this tavern and onto the street with the full intention of reconnecting with some friends. What does Adriana decide to do?
Based off of the way you've said that, I assume I have not met up with either.
Yes.
Okay. I am anticipating the arrival of my best friend, my closest person in my life. And so I am bouncing in the middle of the street on my tippy toes, trying to find Beatrix.
Go ahead and roll a perception to see what you can see.
Yeah, let's fucking do the first roll, baby. Well,
It's,
it's a 12. It's
yeah.
12.
It's far
I'm
too
not
crowded. The streets are packed. A lot of people are trying to get in that last hurrah. Some people have not stopped drinking and have found bedside alleys to just pass out in, with all manner of creature in different sizes, from extra small, riding the shoulders of giants, and giants walking around holding barrels like they are kegs. It's hard to see over the headline of all the different people.
And she's so small. Is there perhaps like a way to climb up higher to be able to see above?
Yeah, you can try to climb that building.
Okay. Yep. All right. Athletics? Acrobatics?
Let's go with athletics.
Well, how about a 14?
You're successfully climbing one of the buildings. It's like a two-story building. It's made out of cobblestone that's almost got a cement-like pattern holding the different rocks in place. So it's got different foot holdings, and you're making your way up to the top. It's just a one-story building, but you do successfully make it up, and you can kind of see overhead. You are at essentially the heart of the city. There's people everywhere. It is packed like Mardi Gras.
Yeah. So I take a pause for a second, and I start like talking to myself really quietly. Okay, this girl, she probably forgot she's supposed to meet me at this inn. Where the hell would she go though? Is there like a local like abandoned area that I would know about, or like a like religious type abandoned, like a crypt, or a place where she could find religious information?
There's a church that's north of the town's square. It is the town square itself is really packed. It's a circle, and in the center of the circle is a stage. There's a couple of statues around it, and then there's people just surrounding it. There's plenty of bards playing on the stage, some of them using magic to control the musical instruments. Further beyond that, you're going to hit the Estelion Capitol, and then to the immediate right of that is the church.
Okay. Once I see the church, I'm gonna climb back down. Well, no, I'm just gonna jump down. She, a little wild. She jumps back down onto the ground. It's just the one story, and heads for the church, trying to make her way through the crowd.
Okay, perfect. This is the Church of Ichor. Church of Ichor is commonly known for people who believe in a heavenly place after death, and while they have no desire to unalive themselves, they do believe in the spiritual concept of ascension and becoming holy based off of what they do in this life.
Okay.
Because of that, the church is also packed with people who are
Wow.
not celebrating.
Oh.
Hmm.
gets to the door and she like realizes how quiet everyone is, and now they're
Everyone kind
not
of
partying.
looks at you. And there's a pastor who's kind of walking up to you, and he goes, "Welcome, my child. Have you come to repent your actions on this solstice?"
That's a very interesting question. I'm looking for somebody. She's like real small. She's like this tall. Pretty dark hair. She probably was looking for information. If she was, have you
Well,
seen anybody?
we can see the purity amongst your face, and any elven kin and their lost siblings is more than welcome to utilize our resources.
Oh yes, precisely. Have you happened to seen anybody that would look like that? Not lately.
We've seen all manner of people, and we tend to shy away from the drunkards that have littered the streets.
Yes.
So I cannot say for sure. Albeit, if you're willing to head to the capital, they may have papers on anyone that's arrived in town.
Oh, thank you. That's so helpful. Have a lovely, blessed solstice.
Many
And
blessings, my child. Please do be safe.
Turns towards go to the capital. Time to go find paper.
As you leave, you kind of hear them all starting to hum in hymns again as the door closes behind you.
Oh, right. Yeah. I. Oh, forgetful of me. And she just picks her way through the crowd towards the Capitol building.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta roll something. Oof. As you're going to the Capitol, you bump into the most handsome of fellas.
I'm very curious.
This guy. And then he goes, "Oh, pardon."
Oh, hello.
It is fine.
He kind of tips his hat, and smiles to you a little bit. He gives a little wink and a nod, and then just kind of walks into the crowd.
Cole needs a minute for that one.
1 second.
I need it out of here.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yep. We're good. It's fine here. Everything's fine. Whew. She definitely 100% double takes, like hard double takes. Goes, oh, I'm so sorry to bump into you like that.
Give me 1 second. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. God damn it, I didn't expect you to draw my attention to that yesterday.
Sorry.
Hollering.
I like literally was like, nope, I'm not doing this right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're 5 minutes into the actual story so far, and we're already just.
Yeah.
It's almost
They've already
like
almost
everything.
Twice. Two times.
Right. Let's.
Degenerates.
Love that.
The lot of you. What did you say?
Yes.
She does a hard double take, like hard turnaround with it, and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry for bumping into you like that. I wasn't paying very much attention to where I was going."
He smiles and nods, and he goes, "Listen, 'tis the hour. We're all drinking and being festive. No harm, no foul."
I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it.
Oh.
He kind of laughs and disappears into the crowd.
Yeah, she continues to look around. Or City Hall, or yeah, the place.
You make it to the Capitol building. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
As soon as you walk into the Capitol building, there's an old, angry gnome-looking lady who's sitting on like a high stool pedestal, and she's like, "Papers, please."
Oh, did I not present them when I came to town?
If you have business
I can
here,
present
then
them again.
you should have papers in accordance with your business.
I'm just trying to find somebody that should be here for the celebrations.
Mm.
I mean, I have my identification if that's what you need in order to do that.
No, no. You're asking for an impossible request. Hundreds and hundreds of people have shown up for the celebration. It's not like they're in the wall. So, who are you looking for? I can check the index.
I'm looking for Beatrix Delphine.
Ah, all right. She kind of hops off her stool and waddles away.
Oh.
Meanwhile, hang on, I gotta click the button and confirm.
Oh, Addie, we're gonna be menaces.
Mm-hmm.
Beatrix, as you're walking amidst... Damn. Somewhere Gaming, thank you for the gifted subs. That's 2 more? Yeah, 2 more subs. Add it to the list, Jilly. Also, welcome Raven, aka Violet. Good to see you.
Hey.
Welcome.
As you're moving through the streets, kind of making your way towards the center, you've already been in the town for some time, and there's a look of confusion on your face as you're torn between trying to seek out your friends and trying to seek out that mysterious contact of yours. What are you going to do? You're a couple of blocks away from the center of town.
Well, it's kind of noisy. So I'm kind of just talking to myself, pondering and walking through the courtyard, or not the courtyard, like walking towards where, trying my best to stay towards the edge so I'm not like bumping into people. I guess, is there someone nearby that I can ask? Like a shopkeep or a vendor or something close?
What are you asking for specifically?
Well, I'm specifically asking for my friends because I feel better looking for my friends first before meeting up with a strange contact that I don't know.
There's a ton of closed shops given the celebration, but there are also a ton of taverns and inns that are open the further you get towards the center of town. What would you like to go into?
The first inn on the right.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Let me roll a percentage die and see if that's the last one that Adriana was in. Yes, it was. You guys are getting really good rolls today. I'm excited for you. Yep. So this happens to be the one that Adriana walked out of merely 15, maybe 20 minutes ago.
So, is there... I'm gonna walk... The barkeep's probably really busy, so is there anybody standing close to the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Plenty of people standing close to the door.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna walk up to the one, I guess, can I do a perception check to see which one seems less focused on getting drunk and more focused on their surroundings?
Sure thing.
It was a 19.
Of the 5 people that are kind of loitering around the door, some of them are stuck on whether they will or won't stay and kind of making their mind up on whether this is their specific haunt to start drinking at or continue drinking at. There's a third one that is far too drunk and is doing the whole stumbling back and forth because eventually they're going to find the doorknob that doesn't exist. And there's another person who's kind of leaned up against the wall and has his arms folded. And he might be asleep. He might be very attentive.
You know what? I'm gonna wing it to the one that might be very attentive.
Okay, cool.
You said it's like midday?
No, no, no. It's like 8 o'clock at night.
8 o'clock at night. Good evening, sir. Have you seen a tall, blonde, kind of bubbly, typically has like leaves in her hair, anytime recently leaving this bar?
He looks down at you and he goes, "Oh, a halfling. What? What are you looking for again?"
My best friend, actually. So her name's Addie. She's like, yay, hi. Half elf, blonde, beautiful.
She had
I'm supposed to meet her here.
leaves in her hair.
Yes,
Very long hair.
probably. Yes.
Okay, yeah, never seen her. And he kind of like clears his throat and like holds his hand out for like money.
I see. You need monetary persuasion.
Because I need you to jog my memory.
I got you. So, are we looking? I have to see how much money I have. Oh, I have no money. Shit. Well, I don't really have any money on me right now.
He goes, "I don't really know where your friend is right now." He folds his arms again and kind of like leans back up against the door.
Okay. Abby. This guy's not going to be any help. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to start walking towards somewhere to... I'm going to start walking towards the center, and then, I don't know. I'm going to keep looking around. I don't want to have to roll this dice again for the same type of roll I just did. But do I see her anywhere?
No.
Okay. And it's too loud. Yelling won't help.
Sure.
Okay. The next inn? Is there another tavern this way, or is this the left? Okay.
It's like a street of bars.
Oh, okay.
You're in
so I'm
downtown
gonna
Las
walk up-
Vegas on New Year's Eve. Like it's
Come
crazy.
Jesus. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go up to another person and ask about Abby again.
Okay.
I don't know, like, out of character I know where she is, but in character I have no effing idea.
That's how it works. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow. Roleplay.
Okay. So I guess a more approachable gentleman.
You're gonna look for. Go ahead and roll to see if you find a more approachable gentleman amidst this winter solstice party.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 16 on the die plus 6, so 22.
You successfully find someone who looks more approachable.
So I'm going to approach said person and say, are they male, female?
This is a gentleman, as you requested. He's got a drink in his hand, a little mug, and he's dancing and he's sipping it. He doesn't look very drunk. Looks like he's just having a good time.
Hi, sir. Have you seen a elf about yay high, blonde bombshell, leaves in her hair, come past here?
He stops and he looks at you and he kind of squats down. He says, sounds familiar. Have you lost your friend?
Yes, I have, and she's my best friend, and I'm not even sure where she went, because I'm struggling to find her at the moment.
The elderly man strokes his chin and he goes, well, there are quite a bit of people that fit that descriptor. You know, I do have a friend who's pretty proficient in the arcane arts. Perhaps we can use a totem to help find your friend. Do you have anything that belongs to them?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, a simple scribe of their name could help if they are near. But the city does stretch for miles, so if they're not near, that won't help very much. You won't get far with it. Either way, it's worth a shot if you'd like.
Yeah. Let's try it.
He nods.
She's not,
Sorry, second.
no harm or anything's going to come to her or anything, right?
No,
This is just
simple
like
locator spell.
locating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. So I just have to write her name down.
Well, it's best we don't do it amidst all of the drunkards here. Any liquid or Lord knows whatever bodily stuff gets on my map would not be nice for my map. Tell you what, there's an inn right outside of the square here. We can pop in there and commandeer a table and go from there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Although I am going to follow behind him slightly.
Okay.
Because I'm surrounded by a lot of people I don't know and I don't trust and I don't. Yeah. So
Well, you are surrounded by a lot of people and you're very short. So I need you to roll a perception check to see if you are still following him.
Damn.
Okay, what if I'm on his heels?
Now you know how Red felt.
Listen, either
all
be
last
suspicious or don't be suspicious. Which one is it?
Don't be
Don't
suspicious.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Like you gotta choose.
All right, I'm just gonna follow him. I'm just gonna follow him because I'm at my wit's end. I can't find her, and I feel like I'm taking way too much time trying to find.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. As the band is playing all of their music and being excessively loud and rambunctious, and the bards are doing all sorts of flips and tricks, some of them are singing proses at the top of their lungs. Others are trying to woo the audience with different winks and gestures. The town's guard is carefully navigating through the center of the town. They've spread out and dispersed from their individual units and are just making sure everything is orderly and kept up nicely. Amongst them is a... Hey, thank you for the raid. That boy Nate 795, thank you for the raid with 10 roses. Good to see you all here. Welcome to Roll for Trauma. Content warning, we do get hectic. Good to have you. Well, drop a follow if you like. We just started episode 1 here of the final saga for the Halo saga, the final part. Yeah, Shattered Memories. So please enjoy. One such corporal is amongst the crowd, standing taller than most, with his horn sticking out of his beautiful fro. Deontay, what is Olafir doing amidst the crowd in the center of the town square of the winter solstice celebration?
He's kind of scanning the area, just making sure there's no one getting a little too rambunctious. Anytime he sees anyone that's getting a little too sloppy with their drinks, kind of pointing at one of his subordinates to kind of go and handle them, kind of like directing everybody, but keeping an eye out because there's a certain bubbly individual that he hasn't seen in a while, and he feels that he really needs her attention after the scuffle he got into with one of the bar patrons, and he's kind of bleeding out slowly, but you know what I mean, nothing like major. It's just a dagger sticking out of his rib cage, which I mean that's normal for him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay. That is going to be that is going to be a 7.
There's someone standing on the stage that isn't dancing. You only catch them for a second, and then before you can even make out who they are, somebody crosses in your field of view, and as they pass, that person that was standing on the stage is gone. They were staring directly at you.
Interesting. Okay, I'm not too sure what to do in this situation, but okay, this is probably going to be stupid since it's in the middle of a crowd. Adriana! It just kind of like yells over the crowd to see if like she'll pop up or anything.
You don't hear Adriana, but you say it in such a melodic tune that other people are like, Adriana! And like, just kind of chanting off after you. Some people are confused and looking at the stage like there's going to be some performance.
Should have known better. Okay. I'm gonna turn to one of my subordinates. Watch this area. I'll be back in just a moment. I have to go and attend to something.
Right away, sir.
And if you can find a bandage for me while you're doing this, that'd be great as well. Okay. And then kind of like look at him, kind of like give him a thumbs up with blood coming off of his ribcage, and kind of like, I'm gonna go that way.
So, are you sure
And
that
then
doesn't
kinda
need more immediate attention? I can give you my wrap.
Of course not. And he kind of like walks into a pole. Shit, sorry. Boy. And then starts walking towards the nearest open tavern that someone isn't spilling out of.
Since you've decided to start this hurt and stabbed and bleeding out, I'm going to have to roll for damage for you.
That's totally fine.
Perfect.
That makes so much sense for me.
Yeah.
You've taken 2 damage for the initial stabbing and 4 more damage for the time elapsed.
Okay. Cool. Let me just make sure I write this down. Okay.
And where did you say you were headed to?
The nearest open door that leads into a tavern.
Okay, perfect. There is a near open door that leads into a tavern. It's not far off from the Capitol and the church and the bigger buildings that would go in that direction. So you're off over to the left of the town center.
Okay. I'm going to lock eyes with the barkeep. Excuse me, sir. And I'm gonna go up and approach him. I wonder if you can assist me with finding someone right now.
The barkeep looks at you and goes, listen, unless you want me to close up my entire shop and miss out on one of the most profitable days, no.
That wasn't very nice. And I'm
It
gonna,
was very straightforward.
against better judgment, I'm gonna yank this dagger out of my body and then like grab the nearest like cloth that's like on the. Is there like a? Let me actually roll that. Is there like a like bar towel or something like anywhere nearby?
Go ahead and roll and see if you see what you see.
That is a 16.
Yeah, there's a bar cloth. It does not look super clean. But you do successfully pull the knife out, and you're only taking 2 points of damage.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I won't make this very difficult for you. I need 2 things from you. Number 1, I need water. And then number 2, I need you to cooperate properly. Otherwise, I will close down this entire establishment. I think.
And he goes,
Do I have the power to do that? And I kind of look down at my badge, kind of flash at him. Oh, right, I do.
he laughs, and he looks at you. 1 second. I gotta double check a thing.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know where I put the thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, wait. I just gotta check a couple of your stats real quick. No big deal, right?
Oh, Lord.
It's
Oh,
fine.
Lord.
Don't worry about it.
Chill.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
Why? Why did I start the campaign just ready to get smoke from everybody? Oh, I got a nat 20. Hooray.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, they only rolled 3. So they look at you and they kind of give like a nod and go, okay. Be honest, sir, I don't think you're going to have much luck shutting the establishment down, but if all you need is water, I'm more than willing to oblige. Not enough people drink water. Water check, everyone.
Water check. As he's going to grab the water from me, I'm like, oh no, I was just kidding. I'm not that high up in rank. At least I don't think I am. You know, this whole title is kind of like new to me. I'm not too sure. I mean, I kind of just do my job like normal anyway. I'm doing that thing where I start rambling a lot, and it's really weird because then I start
He
to
hands you the
sound
water
more
and he goes, well,
normal
that'd be all, sir,
instead
because
of
I do have other patrons.
and then he kind of like pours the water on the bar towel, wrings it out in front of him, pours it again, pours the remaining bit on his wound, and then presses it there. And he's like, "No, that'll be all. Thanks, friend." And then kind of walks out there.
The barkeep just kind of sighs and goes, "Oh, not the horse liquid that's been on this bar top." So, and then walks
Ew,
off to help
that's
someone else.
That's great.
Where you head to next?
So I'm going back outside. I'm gonna look back at the stage and kind of see if I see that person that was staring at me again.
Go ahead and roll.
Perception. That's a 9. Casey.
A LT cattle? I was gonna say
Hey.
T-Cat. I think those are bars. What up, T-Cat? Thank
T-Cat.
you for following. No, you don't see the person that was on the stage at all. And as you're kind of looking around for that person, another person is staring directly at you, directly to your left. And he looks at you and he goes, "Are you looking for me?" It's not the same person that was on stage.
I can't say that I was.
And he goes, "Oh,
Well-
you just seem to be rather perceptive."
Happy solstice to you, sir. Um, and he like kind of just goes up and just like state while he's like scratching his horn and kind of just like,
Well,
oh,
Good luck.
Oh.
Then. Yep. Yes.
wait, 1 second.
He's like a few steps away. Yep.
Have you, by any chance,
Hmm.
seen a girl, leaves in her hair, super energetic, is probably gonna yell at me when she sees me because I got hurt again, but I mean, this is normal. Anywhere, by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that, do you know which way she went?
Well, one was over there, one was over here, one was over there. If you take this center area here, there's definitely a bunch of them. Though I'm not sure if it was leaves or dirt that I saw at that time. And he kind of laughs. He goes, "My friend, it is the solstice. You're asking for a rambunctious young woman. So is every other fella here."
Oh, no, not like that. She's like one of my like closest friends. That's weird. I
Apologize.
No.
Forgive me for not understanding the entire dichotomy of your history.
Sorry, I'll
Clearly,
be
I should have
honest,
known your
I'm
closest
like-
friend is who you're looking for.
Yeah, sorry, I'm bleeding out, so
He goes,
you know
I can help with that if you like.
Can you really?
If you like.
Sure, that way I don't get yelled at extra by her.
He goes, "Perfect." And he reaches into his pocket and he's got like a little, basically it's a pouch full of medical stuff. And he takes out a Band-Aid and he goes, "Okay, this should do it." And as he's holding it, he looks at the wound and he goes, "Nah, this shouldn't do it." And he shakes it a few times and it like glows and then it gets bigger and it's the size of the cloth. And he goes, "Yeah, that ought to cover it." And he peels off one side and he kind of sticks it on you and he's pressing it. He's like, "I call it a wound aid. It should help your wound." And he kind of like creases it on the other side. And it's not healing you at all, but it has completely stopped the bleeding and has like a little bit of an antiseptic like feeling to it that's taking away the pain.
Whoa, this is a lot less scary than when Adriana does it. And you're not yelling. This is whoa.
And he goes,
Oh.
"Well, there are all manner of healers, but I am not a healer. I just dabble in technology."
And then I kind of like, I'm gonna reach over to like pick him up.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick this man up and kind of like
Because
move him around so I can kind of examine him. What huh? I'm gonna put him down. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's really fantastic. I know I did the same thing when Adriana did it for the first time. It's just people that can do like healing magic. It's like you guys are like superheroes or something. It's weird.
not healing magic, but thank you regardless.
Oh, okay. And I grab his hand and start shaking aggressively. Thank you very,
He's like-
very, very,
He's
very,
like,
very,
"If
very,
it helps you,
very,
just,
very,
I
very,
did
very,
happen to
very
see
much."
someone who might have helped you and also looked like they were looking for someone." You are
Wow.
strong.
You know which way she went?
I saw them somewhere between the church and the Capitol building. I should hope that helps.
That helps a lot. She's really smart, so smart places. I'm not smart. I'm just strong. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Magic Healing Man, and
Mr.
your
Magic Healing Man.
wound date
He
thing.
nods, and he goes, "All right," and he heads off into the crowd.
Be safe, and your outfit's really cool, and I like your hat, and your goggles are really cool, and I never got your name. Wait, hold on. I like run after him. Wait.
I need you to roll and see if you can still see him. He went into the center.
Okay. That is a 15.
Now he's gone.
Damn.
This man's slippery. Meanwhile, hang on. Whew. There is a tavern brawl that has just broken out at a tavern not far from the center, down one of the alleys. Lots of people have been drinking, getting a little bit too rowdy as they're on the side where most people can't see the more nefarious things that are going on. This brawl has now spilled out onto the streets, which isn't much of a big deal for Morrow, who's drinking quite happily at a table, conversating with others nonchalantly. But one such patron that was far too drunk has knocked over the table entirely. While Morrow's quick reflexes allowed them to pick up their drink and continue drinking, they've decided maybe this isn't the bar. What is Morrow going to do?
He's just gonna calmly get up and dust himself off, and keep the cup in his hand, but just walk out of the bar, never looking back.
As you exit out of the bar, there's a couple of people that are kind of cleaning themselves off, and they look rather pissed off. Do you happen to notice them?
I would just look at them, maybe lock eyes on the way out, but I wouldn't initiate a conversation.
Oh, no worries. They've locked eyes with you as well. And they go, "You got something to say, mate?"
I should ask you the same question. If it's not worth drawing your sword, I suggest you leave me alone.
Not withdrawing his sword. Your fist can't do the talking then. And one of them's kind of just, he's very much fucked up. Yo, thank you for the gifted sub, Wicked Twitchcraft. That went out to the Halfling Wizard. Jilly added to the list. It's almost time. I feel bad for y'all. They're gonna mess y'all up. And he goes, "Can't talk with your fists then." All right, fine, whatever. Piss off.
Huh?
And then I'm just gonna shake my head and scoff, continue out the bar.
Okay. Do you want to head left into the town center where the crux of the party's happening, or right? If you head right, you would head away from all of that action and closer to the residential areas.
I think Miro should keep close of the festivities, so he's going to head closer to the town square, keeping on the edge of the crowd and just kind of looking around.
Okay. Anything in particular he's looking for?
Just anything that may stand out in particular. Like I said, he's just there observing the festivities and trying to have a good time. So anything that looks just super interesting or disturbing.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
+11 +5, 16.
You can see a halfling being led away from the town square by some elvish gentlemen, but aesthetically, because of all of the movement and stuff, you can't quite tell if this is a halfling or a child.
They're being led specifically away from the crowd.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna just keep my eye on them and shadow them.
Okay, cool. We'll come back to the two of y'all in just a moment. As that brings us to Raven. Raven, one of your contacts just finished passing off a parchment to you with a crudely drawn picture of a woman who apparently is wearing a fake face. And she may be directly connected to some unsavory people you've been looking for. Unfortunately, much like everyone else in the town, she too is partying like a wild animal. She finds herself on a balcony of one of the two-story buildings overlooking the town center where the majority of the festival is taking place and the music is pouring out, and magic is just intoxicatingly in the air. What do you want to do?
So the parchment says this person is here somewhere.
The contact gave you a picture of some of who he believes is here.
Okay.
Mhm.
First and foremost, can I do a perception check to find the most inebriated individual amongst the crowd?
Yes, it would have to be pretty high. Everyone's drinking.
Okay. 17?
You don't find the most inebriated, but you do find some very drunk winter break young adults who are casually taking turns trying to start the medieval equivalent of a mosh pit without any jousting sticks or horses. And they are just running headfirst into each other to the beat of the percussion set on the stage.
I would like to casually run into one of them and
I
pickpocket
need to
their
jump
coin purse.
down from all the way up from where you are. You're on the second story balcony, overlooking the center.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I would like to roll a perception check to see if I can spot this woman, this drawing.
Go ahead and roll that perception check.
The long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a 12.
No, you definitely don't see her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alright, and Raven's going to head down towards the crowd.
Okay. Are you going through the building, or are you just gonna like jump off the side, scale the side? How are you getting down there?
She's just gonna casually walk through the building.
Okay. As you walk through the building, the second story is rooms for this tavern that a lot of people have already occupied, and all manner of noises is happening in some of the others. Some people are partying with the doors open and gesturing for you to come in with all sorts of weird-looking herbs that have not safe for nose smells. And as you head, or do you want to stop at any of those, or just make it through the building? Okay. So you head down the stairs. You get to the lower half of the tavern, which is more of an eatery than just a standard tavern for this one, as it's connected to an inn. There are bread and desserts and snacks galore all around. Dead in the center is a roasted pig that is still in a spigot and slowly spinning. And every so often you can see different people just grabbing chunks of meat off of it. Some people carving it very quickly. Everyone just kind of taking their fair share, eating and drinking and being merry.
Right. She's going to casually walk through the crowd. She's just kind of avoiding everybody, just moving through, not really saying anything to anyone, just heading in for the door.
Okay.
Looking for, specifically watching for any loose coins or anything that's on the ground. You know, people drop shit.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
17.
Yep. on one table that's closer to the entrance that you're heading towards, there's a man sitting by himself, and he's kind of writing something and looking up at the crowd, and then going back to his notes and writing something. He looks to have a coin purse on the table as well, across from him on the corner.
Just gonna roll to swipe it on the way out.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Here we go.
Notice how Violet always picks the klepto as like a personality trait. Just saying.
It's interesting.
She's also like literally a rogue. Like
She's the most giving person, but she always goes klepto route. It's so funny to me. I'm like, okay.
I have intrusive thoughts, and I'd like to play them out in peace. Thank you very much.
That's
Afro man.
fair.
That was A18.
You successfully grab the purse, but you don't grab it unnoticed. The man doesn't look at you, but he does speak out loud. He really doesn't even turn his head to you. And he goes, you know, it's interesting. It's the drunk ones that you don't have to worry about at events like this. And he goes back to, like, writing in his book.
He's gonna turn and, like, evaluate him for a moment. How big is this guy?
It's like somewhere between 5'10" and 6 foot on Tinder.
I'm
Love my friend.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm
Well, this
I'm
girl
gonna
might be
start
putting
doing
it
that.
fine. She's going to, like, she's gonna, like, grab the purse, and she's, like, tossing it back and forth between her hands. Well, you'd be surprised. There's more than enough gold to be had with the drunkards. The ones that aren't drunk you have to worry about.
And he turns his head to you, and he puts down the quill. He didn't have any ink, but the quill was writing on its own. And he looks to you, and he goes, it is interesting. Though I imagine if one were willing to leave the gold out, then they're keeping the more treasured things close. Wouldn't you say so?
More than likely. Or stashed away somewhere in a vault.
That could be possible, but a vault would be too risky, and the gold isn't really anything more than a cheap thrill.
If that's the case, then this is bait. And she, like, jingles the purse in front of him.
Yes, but the goal isn't to catch anything. Just observe the natural habitats.
So more like breadcrumbs. Or a group of pigeons.
It's like putting food on the floor so the animals will come up to it and everyone in the zoo can notice.
So who has noticed?
Well, I have. But not to worry. And he closes the book with the quill in it, and he stands up and gives you a little bow. You've earned your prize. Well done. And he heads towards the door.
Is there a different door?
Likely, but not in your near vicinity. He tips his hat to you, and he walks out the door, and it swings closed quietly behind him. You can add 9 gold pieces to your inventory.
All right. He's gonna, like, just kind of pocket the gold, wait a minute, look around, and then head out the door.
Okay. You make it out, and you are basically standing in front of the entire center circle where all the chaos is happening.
Cool. Raven's just gonna start weaving her way through the crowd, paying very close attention to anyone who's got loose pockets and dropping shit or leaving things unattended, and she's looking specifically for this person that she's looking for.
Okay, cool. We're gonna jump back to Adriana. After waiting some time, the old lady kind of wobbles back over to you.
Mhm.
And she goes, "You said Beatrix, right?
I
Not
did.
Beatrix. Beatrix?
Yes, yes.
Okay. We've got a Beatrix that's written in here. Beatrix
Mhm.
Delphine. Says
Yes.
that she arrived earlier today, actually.
Oh,
I can
does it
give
have
you
her like
the
registered to stay anywhere?
yeah, actually, yes. I can give you
Oh,
the tavern address that
that'd
she
be
should be
love.
staying at.
If you wouldn't mind, be a
No,
dear.
no, no. You will have to pay some court fees if that's all right with you.
Oh, what is the court fee on that?
The transference of information is going to cost 2 gold pieces.
Oh, of course, of course. I will. Wait, mm, and that's where it is.
Water check.
Thank you. No,
Nice.
I can do that. That's and she like reaches into her pocket and pulls out the 2 gold pieces.
I just spilled so much water. Something fell on my desk and it freaked me out. So, refreshing.
A whole time, huh?
I'm allowed to be nervous too.
No, I meant never mind. Anyways.
Not Dusty. Hold on.
No.
I'm sorry.
Look at that.
And so she hands over the 2 gold pieces and
She pulls out a little card that has Beatrix's address transcribed on it, and it's not really a full map of the town, just a layout of like the block, so that when you get close, you can use that to kind of resemble where you should be. The woman goes, "I do warn you, it's not far from the center here, but it's gonna be a little hectic getting there tonight." So
yeah, I came from a tavern not too far from here. And then all the way to the Church of Vicar. It's a lot of people out tonight.
mm-hmm.
But I think we're all gonna have a great time. What could go wrong? It's the solstice.
She goes, "Exactly. Have a good night. I'll be working and then into bed soon."
Well, you have a lovely evening. You've been so sweet.
She
Thank you for your help.
smiles and nods, like kind of wipes her very long goblin nose. It is getting closer to like 10 o'clock at night for everyone. Adriana, what are you doing next? Are you staying in the capital?
Well, I am gonna try and find this inn.
Okay. Well, you have successfully made it back outside. It is still packed as ever. At this point, I need all of you to roll a perception check.
Yeah.
You know I don't perceive shit.
16.
18.
Wait.
8.
20.
Sorry, it's a 14. I can't math.
20, 18, 14.
I got a 6.
Deontay, what'd you get?
An 8.
You got 8. Okay. Olafir and Raven don't notice it at first. Let me rephrase that. The sound starts drawing out for all of you. It's getting not quiet, just muffled. Almost like someone's hit you with a dizzy spell, but you're not feeling dizzy.
Like reaches up and sticks her finger in her ear and does that thing where you like plunge your eardrum with your fingertip.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
why?
The sound is funny. You gotta clear it up. That's weird. I don't like that.
What in the world is going on? I'm gonna stop as soon as I start to hear it.
Okay. The man doesn't notice that you've stopped, and he's still walking ahead.
Is it coming from a specific direction?
It's kind of coming from everywhere. All around you. It's just getting muffled.
Oh, man. Adriana's gonna yell at me again. I didn't even do it this time. That's so weird.
There's a moment where all of the sound stops before the sky starts to split open. a line cuts across the entire skyline of Estelion. Amidst the darkness, there is a piercing white crack in the sky, and it's starting to deteriorate and split open.
Okay. And I gotta find Addie. I'm just gonna start screaming for Addie and running towards the tail.
You can
I thought
hear
you
that,
said I
Addie.
got fun, Daddy.
I can't. Oh, okay.
You all can hear Beatrix screaming for Addie. There's other people in the crowd who have also stopped and are looking towards Beatrix, whether they can see her or not amidst the crowd of people, but have also suffered the same effect.
I immediately. Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Yes, you
At
know
least?
it's
Okay.
to the left of the stage in the center, but still amidst all of the crowd.
I immediately look in that direction. So I know Ollie was following Beatrix. Can I see him if I'm looking in that direction for her?
Ollie was not following Beatrix. Mara was following Beatrix.
You're right. My apologies. So I won't notice that.
Ollie got lost in the crowd looking for Mysterious Man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn.
Fuck yeah. So she starts going in the direction of the sound. B, are you over there?
What's Morrow and Ollie and Raven up to?
I recognize Adriana's voice. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. Am I going crazy now? No, that can't be it. No, that's actually her, Adriana. And I kind of like start running in the direction towards her voice.
You can all hear this as well.
Just a slight moment of panic. Ollie?
Super confused. Ray is going to stay on the outside of the crowd, but is following the direction of the voices.
As you're following the direction of the voices, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
9?
You think amidst the crowd you see the woman on the parchment. Because she's also not moving. She's just also looking around, not dancing or anything else.
Okay. I would like to can I do that? Do I have that? I don't know. I would like to blend into the crowd and head towards her instead.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check. See if you can blend in.
Of course I can.
What'd you get?
I can't.
What'd you get?
I got a nat 1.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You ain't get shit. You tricked. Everybody watched you fall. It was that.
Well, your body is telling you to move and blend in with the crowd and get your target for whatever moment at this moment, since it's been some time since you've run into one of those kind. You kind of freeze up. There's a moment of hesitation that's drawn out with the given effects of whatever else is happening. The woman notices you and she squints her eyes glaringly in your direction. Mara, what you doing?
I was shadowing Beatrix and the other man, but as she started screaming the name Addie and moving through the crowd, I just started moving toward the commotion because once again I saw the tiny human running through the crowd away from the person that was leading her from the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, I'm just locked in on the tiny human.
Perfect. So at this time, Addie is north of the stage. Olafir is left heading north. Beatrix is left heading north as well, but ahead of Olafir. Morrow, from where you've come out of the alley, you're a bit behind, and you can also see Oliver because of his tall disposition, heading in the same direction. Um, None of you are following the flow of the crowd. Raven, you're on the right side of the stage, not really perceptive to what the other four are doing at this time. Um, but at this specific moment, a second crack appears just briefly, and someone steps out of it and into the middle of the stage. He looks around for a moment, and you can hear his voice clearly say, "All right, now it's time to celebrate." And the disorienting, disintegrating crack in the sky starts to accelerate, and the disintegration is descending over the entirety of the town, tearing apart buildings that were once fully intact, destroying the ground underneath it. The stage itself has fully cracked, but no one that is still dancing has noticed this. Everything around you has turned into a nightmarish hellscape. In addition to that, there are now an equal number of people that are not dancing. These people were not here before the crack split this reality. These people did not exist. They are standing, watching the crowd dance, standing right beside people being bumped into and not caring. They have no look of happiness or sadness or remorse or anger or guilt on their face. They're not zombified, they're just there. All of you notice this phenomenon. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I rolled the exact same number. It didn't even roll.
Got a 15 this time.
Okay.
We can just pretend I didn't roll the dice.
No, we're gonna have you roll the dice.
Because it was a critical one.
Perfect.
Damn.
It's gonna be fun for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I got the first one of the game. You're welcome.
Yep.
Have a lovely time, guys.
Raven got the first
No,
one.
yeah, Raven got the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it.
Failed still.
I did roll that 20, so 25.
You rolled at 20? Okay, nice.
Come on.
I got a 17.
Okay.
14.
Almost as if a gear in your head clicked, all of you recognize that the people that are standing perfectly still are standing next to a perfect clone of themselves dancing. Morrow, for whatever reason, your senses kick into high gear, and you immediately turn and head out of the center of town. Addie, your curiosity in this moment has drawn you towards one person, almost walking nonchalantly. The rest of you are still enamored by why all of these doppelgangers have suddenly appeared. Before any of you four, Morrow, you've successfully gotten out of the crowd. Before the rest of you have a chance to take any action, almost in unison, they draw daggers and slit the throats, stab the hearts, and mutilate their dancing selves.
I'm still tailing it towards Addie, man. Like,
Is there anything in particular I want to do at this time, or do you want me to just keep narrating? It's up to you.
I'm hightailing it towards Addie, man. Like, this is fucked up shit.
I need you
Addie
to,
draws back in horror and screams for Ollie and B.
because of how close you are to one of the persons who's getting mauled, there is blood just continuously splattering into your platinum blonde hair and across your face from your height.
Relatively close to Adriana at this point, right?
You're like 10 feet away, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of close the gap as I see this happen and kind of like pick her up under my arm in this same instance, I can see Beatrix that's running towards this direction, and seeing that she's one of the only other people that isn't like being mauled in this situation. I'm going to pick her up too, and then kind of run with
Okay,
both
so
of
you're
them
gonna
like
need to
quick and far.
roll a. Are you gonna have to roll athletics to pick up both of them? You're gonna have
Okay,
reduced movement speed.
that's fine. You
While
said
he's doing that,
athletics.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. While he's doing that, I'm going to pat his arm and go, good boy, Ollie, you did it.
Do I have to roll it for both of them or just
Yes,
the one?
each one.
Okay. So 24 for the
Wait,
first
Beatrix,
one.
what's up?
I was going to ask, as I feel him reaching for me, can I just use a free action to say, can I just climb on your back so I can ready a spell?
Yeah, you could say that.
I mean, shit, if that's the case, sure. So I kind of like dipped down for a quick second. I got 24, so I scooped up Adriana easily. I've done this to her a billion times, so this is like light work for me. And then as she says this to me really quick, I kind of like drop into like a one knee stance so she can jump up really quick, step up, and then kind of just keep moving forward.
Every person that has killed their counterpart um, glows a bright yellow and disappears. As you've just scooped up. Oh, yes, you have a question.
Yeah, so is the woman that I was after, did she stab herself?
Let's get into it.
Okay, got it.
As you've scooped up, as you're on the opposite side, so I'm just like addressing them separately. As you've scooped up Adriana and Beatrix has climbed onto your back, as you go back into a standing position, there are no living people around you. There are just bodies. It is so much blood. The center has reddened across the entire cobblestone ground. On the other side of the center, Raven, the woman is starting to approach you. And as she does, she looks like she's duplicated herself. And there's an identical version of her following her. The blonde that you were pursuing gets within 5 feet of you, and she almost snarls at you. I thought you were dead.
Well, surprise.
She goes to reach down for a blade, and she's kind of like reaching over herself, and a knife pierces through her chest and through her arm. And the dagger is pulled out, and she drops down and starts bleeding out, and her body starts to change its form, and she can't retain the magic. And she shrivels up into an old, half-bald hag. The woman that stabbed her looks identical to her. And she squats down and takes a ring off of her finger that was containing her illusionary magic. She stands back up and looks at you. She starts glowing that same yellow and starts to dissipate.
Raven's gonna swing her soul dagger or her soul blade at her.
Go ahead, you gotta roll to hit. Oh, you have not conjured your soul blades yet.
What?
Is that a bonus action for you?
No.
Then you won't be able to hit her. Are you using a blade that you have made into a soul blade, or are you conjuring the ethereal blade itself? The conjuring the blade itself is an action.
We'll talk about it.
She said,
Because
I'll talk about it now.
that's the only weapon I have. So,
So you have to look at it like it's not a lightsaber. It's a magical blade that you summon and create. It's made out of energy, right?
yeah.
You're made
I
out of
think it's a bonus action. You should double check your character sheet. I'm almost positive it's a bonus action. But if it's not, then it's a full action to make the blade.
All it says is I know it's an action to create a new one, but we never actually talked about having to conjure the initial soul blade that I have, the longsword.
Okay, so to give you, I thought that was understood. My apologies. So to give you the understanding, essentially, before battle or before getting into a situation of which combat would exist, you have to create your weapon. Your weapon is the stats that you've chosen for it. It will always create in that form.
Okay.
It's not a concentration to maintain its creation, and it doesn't cost anything but an action to create it. But whenever you go to sleep or something like that, it would dissipate.
Okay. So then she doesn't do that. She watches her disappear.
As she's disappearing, she looks at you and she goes, "We are no longer interested in you." And she fades away. Across the square, you can see some of the band members using vicious mockery to try to keep their counterparts from killing each other, which has turned into a bit of a shouting war on the stage. And further beyond that, you can see this group of three that are kind of standing amongst piles of bodies. And far off to the left, you can see Morrow, who has exited the crowd. Morrow, what are you up to?
I'm, I guess, on the edge of the crowd watching these people slaughter their counterparts. I probably wouldn't help but to be able to notice this giant barbarian carrying three people away, acting not like everyone else, and carrying off once again another person, the person I was following. So I'm probably gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell is happening?" I'm just gonna keep following her.
You guys are actually going into the same direction.
Oh, well then I'm gonna just move in closer.
Okay. Ollie, you can see Marrow, because he's also not dead, and not a corpse on the ground. He's in your direct line of sight. Yes, Beatrix. You have a question? Onyx.
I was going to ask. Okay. Can I roll a knowledge religion check to see if I've read about these doppelganger creatures? Or would it be a knowledge arcana? I'm trying to understand what's going on. I have a higher religion check. That's why I was asking.
There's no
religion.
lore that your character could have come across that would give any indication of what's happened.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna gently put down Adriana. I'm gonna tip my shoulder down so that Beatrice can jump off of me, and then I'm gonna kind of like walk directly towards Morrow as he's walking towards us. Do you know what happened here?
I was gonna ask you the same question. Actually, I was just following the small one.
Real
She
quick.
was being led.
Raven, are you heading in their direction?
Yes, after she decapitates the body of the hag.
Okay, the one that died.
The one that died, yeah, she's decapitating it, she's gonna kick the head to the side, and then she's gonna follow, the rest of them, the weird-looking group.
Okay.
Can I see her decapitate
No.
this? Okay, I was like, listen, I'm tall, so I'm just wondering. Yes.
What up, Onyx?
It's a little delayed because I think I'm already on the ground, but I wanted to roll an acrobatics to jump into Adriana's arms.
Yeah, nope, you're already on the ground. So what are you saying, Morrow and Ollie?
So if I didn't do it, and you were just so intent on getting out of the area before they did it, I'm assuming you did it, or maybe the woman behind you. Hi, did you kill everyone? I'm kind of trying to figure out what's going on here.
Ollie, sweetie, I
Oh,
don't think they did it.
no?
Raven's
No.
just gonna like look around. I don't think so.
No,
I know B didn't do it. B, Ollie B.
Hello?
Love you
Ollie,
both so much. But I don't think this was any of us.
So then we should probably ask the guy that's on the stage, right?
Yeah.
As you guys say that,
Mhm.
the people on the stage are finally starting to kill each other.
Should we just relocate maybe to a not splitting everywhere mass homicide?
Yeah, this
As
guy's
she's
kinda scary.
saying this, I'm gonna pull out my halberd. Hi, sir. I don't know who you are really, but I guess I have to technically apprehend you because you did kind of cause mass murders during the middle of the solstice. I'm not really sure how you
Who are you
did it.
talking
Then
to?
again, I don't know how this wound date thing works either. So I'm kind of just
You have a
taking
what?
it all
Wait,
in.
hold on, time
Huh?
out. Whoever you think you're talking to ain't there.
She's not there. Oh,
No,
shit.
I didn't say he was there. What are you talking about?
I thought he was there.
No.
On the stage.
Oh, I'm tripping. Oh,
Yes.
okay, hold on. So I'm gonna. Okay, let me revamp this. I'm gonna take my halberd out. I'm like, hey, fellas, it's probably best that we don't kill each other. That's not normal for us to do. I'm gonna kind of start walking towards the stage. You guys stay down here.
Oh no, they're dead.
No.
Huh?
The people on the stage are dead now.
Oh, they're dead. Oh. Hey, Adriana, I think they're already dead.
Yeah.
As the
I
deterioration
can't save
continues
them.
to spread over the city, you're hearing more screams of slaughter happen throughout the taverns, the inns, the residential homes, the streets, the alleys. Every few feet that it gets further, you're hearing music from bards stop. You're hearing street performers silence themselves. It is becoming quieter and quieter, and the destruction that is onsetting, it's not buildings collapsing, it's almost like it's been reskinned, like it's been filtered out entirely. And it's just spreading over Estelion.
Are we?
This is
this is
probably
obviously
bad. Yeah.
However, I'd like to point out that us five are the only ones that didn't have clones appear. So I think that we should probably stay together at this point.
Good. Have I met you before?
As you ask that question, we have some dice to roll.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh look, Onyx, you did the sound.
You said your thing. It's your catchphrase.
Thing.
Okay, I need to move this over because there's a lot. I'm just gonna throw it in the same channel as the dice chaos. That's all about to go down.
Just for the fun record, all I could picture when you said the bards were doing vicious mockery at their doppelgangers was rap battles.
Epic rap battle of history right there.
Yeah, that's
So-
the whole story.
You know the GIF where he's just, or the old YouTube video where it's the two guys on the island yelling at each other. Like that's what I thought about.
Solid. Okay, that first one was a test just to make sure the dice was working. All right, so this is from Ove. Ove, we've got Crow, Vi, and Cole. Crow, yours is up first. You've got a 19, which actually has no effect.
Lucky.
At this
Wow.
specific junction, you're very lucky that this has no effect.
Oh.
Yeah, essentially, if you're an Astral, you're forcibly switched to Umbral and vice versa. But you're experiencing a Shattering, which is when Astral and Umbral are meeting imbalanced. So, you got lucky. Next up, we have Violet.
This time.
Oh, Violet, you got a 20. Oh, man. We're going to save that. That could be really fun. We're going to save that in just a moment. Cole, we've got
Damn, I don't like that.
a 1.
Discomfort.
We're going to save that as well because those are the worst ones you can roll. Okay. All right, thank you, oh, thank you, oh, for the subs.
Oh,
Those are about to play out in just a moment. Crow, you sent one to Violet, so let's see what it is. That is a 14.
That's
Um,
crazy.
Astral enemies will recognize you as one of their kin until you take a short rest or a day has passed. If you have died, it will be umbral enemies instead. You're still alive, so astral enemies will recognize you as friends until you go to sleep or a day has passed. This is from Diamond to Deontay. That is confusing. I'm going to roll it again. Yeah, that's a 13. Um, as you're standing there, trying to figure out what's going on, you begin to grow a long set of scales upon your face and skin that will remain until you bathe in water. This scale skin adds +2 to your AC.
I'm never taking a bath again.
Oh, great. He's gonna stink.
I mean, he's got horns. What do you expect?
sweet Ollie.
So we'll address that in a minute. Ali's given one to Onyx. That is a 10. Um, for the next minute, you can see and speak to creatures from the Fey realm. Unfortunately, there's only one present at the time.
Hi.
For whatever reason, Morrow is got a weird glow to him that he did not have before, as you suddenly have an ethereal connection to the Fey realm.
Bro, why are you glowing?
And
Why are
then
you what?
we've got one from Wicked Twitchcraft going to Cole,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a 17. You have an advantage on your next roll.
Fuck yes, I will take that.
As you're all standing
Thank
here
you.
in the center, the most abstract and weird thing that happens is Ollie starts growing scales. This is not a kind feeling. It is rather painful.
Aw, I thought it was gonna be nice. So we're like, ow, 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 ow.
Ollie,
Ow,
Ollie, what?
ow.
What is that?
I don't know. Did I eat something? Ow,
While I'm
ow.
while I'm
Ow.
watching his scales grow out and reacting to that, do I see the blood on his clothes?
Yes, you do.
Perfect.
Angelo.
And what is that?
What?
The
Damn it.
wound aid has not bled through, but there is blood around the rest of the area.
Hey, listen, that's besides
Well,
the point right now. We have something else to worry about.
We have so much to worry about, and
Adriana and Raven, everything gets really quiet for you two again, and everyone else around you slows down almost to a complete stop. You two are the only ones who can recognize this in this instance. For you, Adriana, you've gotten fate shattered. A single decision this episode has become undone. The effects will become clear immediately to all characters everywhere. Raven, you've got destiny decided. A single decision in this episode can be changed for better or for worse by you. The effects will become clear immediately to all characters everywhere.
You gave her unlimited fucking power in her hand right now. That's crazy.
Her hand. Perfect. We love that.
So, one I'm choosing, and the other you, Raven, get to choose. The one that I'm choosing will directly affect Adriana, as well as everyone everywhere.
Damn.
Okay, so one decision.
Doesn't have to be yours. It could be
It
any
could be-
one decision that has happened in the campaign. Or
Yep.
this episode.
Gets to be changed or gets to be undone?
Yours has changed.
Changed for better or
Tomato,
for
potato.
worse. I'll choose what happens. You choose if what the thing is and if you want it to be better or worse.
Oh, that sucks because I wasn't here for the first half. I have no idea what's happened before I got here.
That's all right.
Oh no.
Can I help her?
No.
I mean,
Fuck. This is hard. Why put me on the spot like this right now?
I didn't do this. They did this.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't do it.
You, the audience, and viewers like you.
Viewers like you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It
Come
might
on.
have been Scarecrow because
Come on, best
he gave
friend.
a roll to you because you weren't here to yell at him.
Yep. So let's
That's
get
literally what he
Yes.
said. Wow, that's
That's
crazy.
happened.
One decision can be changed for better or worse.
Yes, you have 30 seconds.
Raven wants to get to the lady faster and stab her before her clone does.
Okay. I will tell you the fallout of your event and the fallout of Adriana's role.
Okay.
You successfully got to the woman before her clone got to her. You successfully conjured your weapon, and before the lady could grab her dagger, you shoved yours into her chest. The woman behind her stops in place and starts bleeding from the chest as well. The body behind you, behind her, collapses to the ground, and as you pull out your conjured blade, that body falls to the ground. The one in front of you says the same line of "I thought you were dead," and then the one behind you goes, "You've made a mistake. We were going to leave you alone."
Damn,
And they
double
both
homicide.
die.
Oh no. Well, I guess it was worse.
You chose for better,
And
didn't
just like that, we're no longer neutral.
you? You chose for better, though, right? Okay, good. So trust me when I say that was for better. You'll have to find out why in the side quest episode. Not this week, sometime next week. Gianna.
Yeah.
After the handsome gentleman left the bar, he made it to the square and happened to run into you just as the shattering began. All of you are now privy to seeing him in the group as everyone else has fallen and died.
On the stage.
No, not on the stage, like with you
us.
guys physically
Oh,
back to the present.
okay.
Hey, it's Mr. Woundade,
No,
man.
no, no. He's always been there now. That decision has changed. He has always been there from the point of before the shattering.
Oh.
He looks at you all and he goes, "All right, well, if we're all gathered, we've got to get out of here."
What's your name, sir?
Liam, I thought I told
Yes.
you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm B. I trust the guy in the suit right now.
Which direction?
Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, did you say we knew that a change had happened? Or just like we are aware of the effects at this point? I can't recall.
The effects have become immediately clear.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
But we don't know that. Okay.
you don't know that. You guys do not know that the change has happened. As far as you're concerned, Liam has been there from that point forward.
Okay.
He looks to you all and he goes, this shattering is spreading. I don't know if we're
Yeah.
going to get out of here safely or if at all. But seeing as you guys didn't have evil versions of yourself coming after you, I think it's wise
Nor
that you
did-
stick together.
Nor did you.
And he goes, "I wish it were that simple."
I have several questions that we will discuss later. And
Yeah,
we
let's
should
go.
go. You're absolutely right.
Cool.
Liam, your wound date thing isn't helping these scales. Everything hurt.
He goes, "Yeah, listen,
What
I
do
told
you-
you, I don't know what to do about that. You, I'm
Ollie,
not
what do
from
you
here."
mean you have a wound date on?
Hey,
Not right now.
I'm gonna start running into the direction. Gonna start
Addie is
running.
following after him, screaming at him the entire time about not being careful.
So, Liam, are they heading in the right direction?
Liam goes, "I don't know if there is a right direction. Either way, We ought to get out of the town. So I'll follow the tall ones. And he starts running down the street, kind of trying to avoid bodies and stuff as he's going.
Hey, sparkly man. Can I hitch a ride? Cause little legs.
Bet you, Morrow.
Yeah, she wants to ride on your back.
No, absolutely not.
Damn it!
Hell no.
All right, I'm gonna double pace, try to keep up with that.
And Raven?
Raven is following, but looting bodies the entire way.
It's
Oh
going
my
to slow you
God.
down.
I am aware.
But that's fine. I'd like all 5 of you to roll a perception check as you're going down the main street. Raven, you can roll it with advantage.
Also
Hey!
get to roll with advantage.
El Supa,
Hello,
thank you
guys.
for the raid.
Welcome.
Hey, I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11?
Perception.
I got a 19.
19, nice, okay.
I also got a 19.
11, 19, 19. What did you get, Adriana?
Great. Super
You said-
great. Super great. Super
You said perception, yeah?
Yes.
22.
Okay. Morrow?
17.
Okay, everyone except for not Amars. Wow, I almost said Amars. That's crazy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's a throwback right there. Real quick, I'm distracted anyways. Welcome, Raiders. Glad that you guys are here.
Hello there.
Thank you for the raid. 12 roses. Good to see you all. Please drop a follow if you like D&D. That gets really traumatic and dark. Right now, the players are trying to get out of their version of a red wedding because that's what I've decided to call this episode in my head.
One. I thought, oh, full circle. The first time I experienced a red wedding with the. Oh, hold on. Wait. Wait a second.
Wait, you're gonna do a
I'm
total
celebrating.
party wipe in the first episode?
Yeah, of course. It's called Roll for Trauma.
And
For
it goes,
a reason,
yay,
guys.
in my ear. That's beautiful. I don't know if y'all are going to die, but I know everyone else that's been a guest at this party is dying.
Dead as hell.
They've been celebrating the final day of the Winter Solstice Festival, and evil counterparts have mauled them. Every
Slaughtered.
in BC and every person just slaughtered them, and it's spreading. It is reaching the edge of the town, but you guys are all dead sprint as you're going. Everyone except for Beatrix sees a young blonde woman covered head to toe in blood. She's not dead, and she kind of croaks with her voice, "Help me."
Is she directly ahead of us?
She's like to the side, and you guys are like about to pass her.
Okay.
Adriana, do I help her?
We can stop, baby. It's okay.
Liam looks to her and then looks to you guys and goes, "There's no time.
I
Listen, there's no
know.
time."
I know. Okay, Ollie, we're not gonna stop. And then does she notice that Beatrix is being a little behind?
Yes. Well, Beatrix
Yeah.
wouldn't have stopped. Beatrix just kept going.
Right, but Beatrix is slower than the rest of us. Because she got little legs.
Only by like 5 feet. It's not that much of a difference.
Yeah, but she's gonna whine about it. Because that's what Bee does. She whines
Yeah,
about being
fair.
slow because she's little.
That's crazy.
She turns around, she goes, "Oh my god, Bee, come here." And like grabs her hand to swing her up on her back. And then takes
After
off.
all an acrobatics check to successfully get on her back.
Oh, who got the nat 20?
No, I had a 22, but not
Oh, I thought one of you had rolled a nat 20. I know, got
No.
a 22.
Well, I mean, technically I did, but because my modifier was a 19, so.
So then you
That don't
didn't.
count.
It's not a nat 20.
Oh, that's why I was like, no. Okay, don't listen to me.
Nope.
Listen.
Okay.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Don't listen. Which one is it? Okay. What's up? Vi, you said you want to say something?
Yeah, so since Raven is behind, she passes her last, and she's going to, look at her. Well, are you coming?
She looks down at her leg and doesn't say anything. Her leg is broken in 3 places.
How young does this person look?
Like somewhere between 25 and 35. It's hard to tell with all the blood on her.
Dang.
Ollie, come on! I
Ollie's
know.
having like a
Why
mental
don't we not
breakdown right now
listen?
because he's kind of having like flashbacks to a similar situation like this that's happened to him in his past. So he's kind of like frozen in like fear and like trying to figure out, do I save her? Do I not save her? What do I do? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Can I
Adriana's
smack
saying
him?
go, I should go, but
Yes.
then I shouldn't go.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
From my back.
Fuck, I rolled a 1. Thank God for being lucky.
Yeah, you better re-roll it.
Damn, must be nice. I hope you get a 2.
18 on the die. What do I add
Damn.
to it?
18?
Hit?
Finish.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
Well, it's
not
unarmed
touched
strike,
with
so.
fire.
Okay, plus 3. So 22 to hit.
21.
21?
You successfully hit him. That beats your AC, right, Ollie?
Yeah. Hold on, you said I got +2. Yeah, just
Okay, I had a feeling you did.
Bruh, we don't have time for this. Scoot.
It's non-lethal, right? You're not trying to do any damage.
No, no, I'm not trying
so
to.
she
I'm
just
trying to
smacks
shock
you
her.
and is like, "Hey." Okay.
Yeah, like shock him. Like, come on, back to the
A nice
picture.
little
We gotta
gift
go.
smack.
Yeah. Wink.
Raven rolls her eyes and grabs the girl's arm and like is hoisting her on her body and starts limping towards the others.
Okay. The shattering of the entire reality is still spreading. It has made it past the residential area, and Estelion is a very huge city. It's the capital of the Estelion district, so it's got massive rows of farmland that is gated off. That's basically at the entire center. Beyond that are rolling hills, and then further beyond that, you can see the Orc Woods, where it looks like almost like a jagged line has been cut into the ground, and the shattering has stopped there. Everything in your line of sight from the end of the residential area all the way past the farmlands to this Orkwood area outside of Estelion is dead. The soil has lost all nutrients. The plants that were there have crumpled and rotted. The smell of death is a combination of fresh from the bodies that are littered across these farmlands in running rivers of blood through the soil, but also old and decrepit, like everything has wasted away for hundreds of years.
Liam, how do we get out of this?
William's like, we have to just keep going.
I think if we go to the woods, we might be in the clear at least long enough to figure something out.
Sounds good.
Because the woods are still green.
He looks and goes, well, if everyone's in agreement. He looks to Riven and he goes, why are you carrying her?
Why are you not?
I don't owe this woman my life. But if you hope to do anything about everything else that's going on, I don't think you're going to get very far picking up every stray.
I don't see how me doing anything about this, and she points to the crack, is going to do you any good. At least I can save this one.
He kind of like, you can see him having like an internal debate in his head about what he does and doesn't want to say. And he goes, very well, if that is what you wish, be wary of your actions. You 5 are the only ones I've seen leaving this town, at least on foot. So yes, something has connected you to whatever's going on here. And your world is going to get a lot bigger. But there's no time for that. Let's go.
I'm gonna kind of turn back to Raven. I can carry her if you need me to.
Well, you do seem beefier than me.
I'm gonna gently kind of like pick her up and kind of like put her on my back to where I'm keeping her leg raised so that it's not causing her any more pain, but kind of holding on to her.
In her voice, you can kind of hear her say thank you. But she's it's a lot weaker. Because some of those breaks were compound, and she is
I, gra-
losing blood.
I grab her head and I kind of like push it into my fro. I'm like, shh, it's okay. And then kind of watch my steps, taking like elongated steps. Because I'm basically going to keep the same pace because of how tall I am. So it's not really doing too much for me.
Raven is going to rip part of her cloak and tie it tightly around the severed part of her leg.
What are the other three? Well, Beatrix, you're on his back. Are you still on his back? Because now you're on his back with the woman.
No, Beatrix is on
No, she's with
Addie's back.
Adriana.
Addie's back.
You're right. You're right.
Yep. I swung her up. Yep. And so we're just chucking along
Okay.
because I have carried B around a million times.
I'm gonna whisper to Addie, and do any of us know how to heal?
Yes.
That woman gonna make it?
Liam
Wait,
has decided
what?
not to wait for you guys.
Oh, we're still
We're
moving.
going. Yeah.
On
No,
her
Oh my
back.
you're
God.
not. You cannot
Yes,
be
I
running.
said we were chugging along.
You two are chugging along.
Oh,
Ollie and Raven are tying and suturing a wound.
oh.
You are not
gotcha.
doing that while running. And I need you both to roll medicine checks. Actually, just you, Raven, because you're the one actually doing it.
I was like, I'm just the medical table that she's using.
Well, that was a lucky roll because I got fuck all in medicine, so 18.
That's good.
Using one of the dead twigs, you've kind of created a stent for her leg and wrapped a cloth around it to keep it straight and hopefully not necessarily set the bone, but at least reduce the pain. Mara, what's going on with you? You've caught up, or you've continued running, yes?
Yes, I'm still moving along. I didn't stop to help with the wound.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and as soon as I've tied it off, I motion to them to book it. Run.
As you're all running, Mara, I need you to roll an insight check.
Insight.
Okay. What about outside?
Lord.
Ah,
It's a 12.
As you're running, almost like right next to you, you see the face of a woman, and you can hear fluttering wings going very fast. She speaks to you, and she goes, "This is not your assignment, Mara. None of you can hear this unless you speak Fae."
Yeah,
Can I
no.
respond, or is this a one-sided thing?
You can respond.
Well, there's obviously my job's done. There's no one left.
And she goes, "There's one person left." And she turns her head towards Liam, and she says, "We've been contracted to kill him."
I'm gonna silently draw my sword. I'm not gonna attack, but I'm just gonna draw my sword and try to get closer.
She is still there, but she kind of floats up as you continue running forward. What's everyone else doing? You're getting towards the edge of the farmland now. It is late in the morning.
I can, if you guys,
Or
are
early
we gonna
morning?
make it to
Late
the
at night?
woods?
You're not far off from it. The farmland itself has finished. You've got a couple of rolling hills where the crack is actually dividing up the town. From where you guys are, since a lot of this area of the Estelion city is more plains and open field, you can see that this crack has spread and dispersed almost in a circle. bordering the entirety of Estelion. It's mirroring the top, which still looks like it's concaving in and uh, disintegrating.
Okay. I say we go towards the woods, Addie, and then I can pop a magic bubble. We need a rest.
No, that's currently the goal. The tree line. There's that crack. I know we can make it, and then I can work on healing everybody up.
If you want to, I can walk. I can run. Or you can save your strength.
I'll be all right. I got you. I've always got you.
I'm kind of like monitoring this girl's breathing as I'm carrying her and kind of like humming a like soft tune to kind of keep her like calm. Trying to kind of like monitor like her breaths in between like all the steps I'm taking to make sure I'm not moving too fast and like causing her any extra injury. But also trying to like keep her spirits kind of just like mellow.
Um, she seems like she's mellowing out. She's calming down. She's not drifting off to sleep. Just kind of watching.
Okay, good. Do you
Liam,
have a name by any chance?
she tries to speak it, and it sounds like she says like Sarda, but her voice is still really hoarse. Um, Liam crosses the line first and immediately stops and kind of takes in a deep breath. And he turns back and looks to all of you as you're coming in.
Cross over, and do we notice an immediate difference of anything other than being across a line?
I'll wait
I'm
for
assuming that's
the lot of you to make your determinations.
Ray is gonna stand right at the border and wait for Olafir to cross over before following in behind.
Hey, I'm not sure if everything's gonna be okay, but I've got you. And then he's gonna like take a long step in, kind of like feel his legs, see if anything feels like it's gonna like catch on fire, and then
As soon as
continues.
you take that first step, something stops you. It's not a
Oh, wow.
wall. It's not that you can't cross, but you almost feel a tug
Like pulling me in or pushing me away?
pulling you back.
Pulling me back.
Mhm.
Oh,
You can hear coming from Sarda on your back.
hey, is everything okay?
She is starting to like struggle and move and jerk around.
do the rest of us notice that?
Yes.
We're all pretty close together. So
The rest of
okay.
you can roll a perception check. You can't see what's happening from your vantage point, Ollie, but everyone else can. Go ahead and roll a perception if you would like to know.
Me?
Ollie, I don't think she can cross here.
Wait, what do you mean? I mean, she's
I
like,
think you have to put
fine.
her on the
Ollie,
other
you
side of the
can't see
crack.
it. She's on your back, so you legit could not see it.
Okay, so I rolled 21.
There is a mirror image of her manifesting, who has grabbed her foot and is pulling her off of Ollie's back.
Oh God. What are you? What do you want?
What are you talking about? Wait, what?
Ollie, roll a strength saving throw with disadvantage because of positioning.
Okay. 22 with disadvantage.
She pulls Sarada off of your back. Sarada lands with a thud. The woman doesn't look to you, Raven, but she pulls out the dagger. and she goes, "Freedom," and she plunges it into Sarada's chest. As soon as the last breath escapes Sarada, the mirror version of her, it's not actually a mirror, I promise, but the clone version of her starts to glow golden and disappear.
What the fuck are we witnessing right now?
Raven lets out a big sigh,
I'm sorry.
and she just closes her fist, and her weapon disappears, and she just steps into the crack.
I'm sorry. I tried to.
You didn't do it.
Have you all crossed the line? Oh, Merle, you're the only one who can see the thing that I'm not going to say out loud and reveal. I will just, as soon as my mouse wants to work, there it is. I'll send it to you directly right now. There you go. That should take you exactly to what you're looking at.
Is this the same creature that interacted with me before?
Yeah, the one that was there while you were running.
It's still watching me?
Yeah, it's floated back down, and it's standing like 5 or so feet behind Liam. It's watching you still, specifically. Oh, you've drawn your sword. It doesn't know what you're going to do. And what's everyone up to at this juncture?
How close am I?
You're also within like 5 feet. You've all just kind of crossed the line at the same time. The atmosphere changes almost immediately when you cross the line. Even though you're running high on adrenaline, it feels like you can breathe easier. Like the atmosphere on the other side of that crack was toxic and hard to take in for all of you.
Would, by chance, due to the religious studies that Ade has been doing for all of her life, would I recognize at all Liam prior to today?
Nope. Because
Okay,
Asaria was
just
completely cut off from Mortalis.
I thought so, but one check. She swings B down off her back, puts her on the ground, and goes over to Ollie and says, "Hey, you didn't do anything wrong, but I need to see your wound. You are going to get a lecture about this, but now is not the moment."
In reaction to seeing her about to go into like nurse Addie mode, I'm gonna cast a magic shield around where she's working on Ollie.
What spell is that?
It is magic circle. You need me to send you the info?
I'm looking. So it's not a shield, it's more of a circle in the ground that creates a cylinder going straight up. But okay. What chosen creature type are you choosing?
Would Umbral be the undead in this campaign?
You are not familiar with the term umbral.
Okay, then I guess I'd just pick undead because that's, I don't know what else to classify those creatures as. Well, can I do a knowledge arcana? See? Oh no, I already did that. You already told me I wouldn't know. So I would just guess undead.
Okay. Any undead that walk within the circle will definitely be affected. Raven?
Ray is just kind of inspecting. So is it physical, like, I can see this barrier between the two, or is it just a crack?
Go ahead and roll a... Well, I don't ever roll perception. You're standing right in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
This crack is emitting a thin ethereal glow that's going straight up. It's near missable, very translucent. But for the OGs in the chat, it looks like a veil.
Okay. Raven's gonna touch it.
Oh my god.
You can't.
Okay.
Your hand is passing through it and not even disrupting it.
Raven's gonna...
Liam looks to you and he goes, it's not going to have any effect.
So it's just gone now.
No, it's very much there. You're just not made up of the right stuff to interact with it.
So if I walk back this way, nothing will happen.
You'll be back where you were. But the line
Wait,
between that road and this one is thin. It's cracked. It would be no different than stepping over a pond at this point, where before you had to cross galaxies. I'm sorry, you may not be familiar with galaxies, heavenly bodies.
So what you're saying is that all of those people on the other side are both dead and not dead?
He kind of sighs and looks to all of you, and he goes, what do you call this continent?
This is Cole not remembering where we are.
This is
Where
me.
is
not
this
remembering.
Zortala or Aselion. No, Asaria.
He goes, yes, Asaria. He goes, there are some of us, very few in number, but more pronounced every day, who call it the astral realm. Consider it a blanket over everything known and unknown on your continent. Now, remove that blanket. What are you left with?
The thing the blanket covered.
I suppose that is a way of looking at it. I suppose if this helps instead, and he holds his hand out, and his hand starts glowing gold, and then he puts it down, and the imprint is still gold where his hand was, and he goes, this hand is an astral hand, for all intents purposes. And then his hand starts to glow a deep purple, and he does the same thing, and that imprint stays floating. So you have two left-hand imprints kind of floating next to each other. And he goes, and this one here is comprised of umbral energy from the umbral realm. As you can see, and he's moving his hand back and forth between the two, they are near identical, but the energy that one is composed of is entirely different than the energy of the other. Some of us, myself included, have a sense of dominion over both, and we have a balance. That balance has been disrupted in Asaria.
What caused the disruption?
Was it the wound aid thing that you did?
No, baby, I'm gonna heal you. And she just pats his arm and casts first level cure wound.
He looks at you and he goes, no. To be honest, I'm not sure. I am fortunate to have met you all, for I've had a sneaking suspicion that when enough people gathered in one place, it might offset things and create an event. I don't know if that pattern will repeat itself. There's no real say-so of what causes these shatterings to occur. Sometimes they're minor, sometimes they're emotional filled, sometimes they are large, sometimes they feel premeditated. Who or what or how it's being caused, I don't have an answer for. What I do know is you are the first I have met that did not have doppelgangers. And for whatever reason, Sarada's was slow. Perhaps she broke her leg before, and her doppelganger, and he raised his hand through the astral and the umbral, mimicked that injury.
What type of magic are the doppelganger?
They are not magic. They are very much living, breathing, alternative versions of those they killed. Why they killed them, we don't know. But this is not the first massacre. It is the largest and will undoubtedly be the most public.
How will we have never heard them?
There are many places in Asaria that do not get the comfort of a stellion. There are districts beyond these borders that live differently.
Well,
There's-
yes.
There's places you can experiment where no one looks.
And is that what you do?
Do you think to blame me?
You're the one with the double magic. You're the one who's been here before.
Then why is it not centered around me?
The funny words that we've never used.
You do make a fair point. I can understand the skepticism. I have no means to sign you up for anything you do not want. I told you I have no further leads. I was actually hoping you could tell me why you are still alive. Where is your other half?
Well, if my other half's anything like me, he's probably out protecting people. 'Cause I'm pretty strong. I'd
You
assume he's
are.
pretty strong too.
I mean, technically, my other half was killed.
What? Oh, sweet.
Hmm?
Be.
He
Not
looks at
wrong.
you, rather
It's just
confused.
weird.
He's like, is that true?
Backstory.
Were you aware of your other half?
She-
No, my husband was murdered. Let me clarify.
Oh,
He nods slowly.
That's the only kind of other half that people I've always known are aware of, other than like maybe twins or best friends.
One of them spoke to me.
And
Did they?
said what?
That I'd made a mistake, that they were going to leave me alone when I killed the physical body first. The other half disappeared as well. What of that?
What I know of the Umbral is, for those with doppelgangers within the Umbral, their lives are tethered. Memories are shared and experienced independently of each other, but along the same path. Different outcomes can lead to different results and personalities. For example, perhaps you've woken up one day and decided to go to the baker and get a fresh loaf of bread, and on your way there, you narrowly avoid tripping over a cobblestone. Maybe your umbral half did trip over that cobblestone. Maybe that knee injury that they accrued from that simple fall changed the demeanor of that day, and while the rest of their actions still mirrored yours to some fashion or extent, the experiences that they went through along the way are different. That
We
means...
don't seem to have,
Say again?
but we don't seem to have the doubles.
No, but that does not mean you're not connected.
You said massacres, but is it really a massacre if it's a doppelganger killing itself?
I mean, it's still a mass murder.
Well, yes, but I didn't feel any sort of like intervention that I had to protect myself against besides what was going on, obviously, but like I didn't feel any magical presence or
Mm, But from what Liam's telling us here, an entire plane of existence is trying to wipe out ours.
why?
I have a theory. They want what they couldn't get. What they couldn't achieve on their plane was achieved by their doppelganger.
Hmm.
On ours.
Morrow?
I can't say that I'm right, but get the
It's-
motivator.
I mean, it's a good hypothesis.
He looks down to the wooden stick in the reg that is still binding Sarada's leg, and he goes, "She said something before she killed her other half. I know that they're intelligent for all, for all purposes. They are very much alive, but she said something, and that may puzzle me for some time." He's kind of like sitting there frustrated, kind of just thinking. You see thinking in his face.
What did she say?
He looks up slowly and he goes, You asked her something, and then she said freedom. I don't know what to make of it."
I asked her what she wanted.
What's up, Mara?
No.
So Marrow is going to cut him off and take his long sword with a downward diagonal swing aiming for the side of the neck.
You can roll with advantage.
Can I roll to stop that?
Nope.
No?
This is gonna catch the rest of us off guard. That's for fucking sure.
15 plus, what's that, 7? So 22.
That is a hit.
And it's two-handed, so is it going to be 5d10 or the 1d10 plus 4?
No, it'll be the 5d10.
Okay. Well, then I have to roll them like 2 at a time. No, I have 3 here.
Marrow has had the action ready since whatever spoke to him earlier.
That's crazy.
That's a 9, an 8, and a 3, so that's 20.
So far.
And then an 8 and a 6.
34 damage. This will say it's 14 plus 20. Yep, 34 damage. The sword goes clean through his neck. And before he has a chance to say anything else, his body just goes limp. You get one of those full head sliding off the corpse actions as he falls to his knees.
I'm just gonna flick the blood off my sword and put it back in the sheath.
Raven is going to ready her soul blades and take it and like jump back away from Mara.
I'm gonna stand in front of Adriana. I'm gonna pull out my halberd, kind of like blocking her. I don't know why you would do that, but you don't
I
seem
wish
like
none of
a
you any
friend.
harm. I don't
Ollie,
wish
did you-
any of you any harm. I was on a mission. My mission is now complete.
As you say that, you guys can all hear a voice where Liam was standing goes, "And you have remained loyal to your mission." And a purple pixie appears.
real quick. Deontay, did you see that you got 11 HP from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yes, Onyx.
Would B recognize the glow to be the same that Morrow was glowing for that minute? Off of
Yes.
Oh, where are your wings? Looking dead at Marrow.
Oh,
The same place your
God.
tongue's going to be.
You can't ask B.
We can all see this purple pixie, right?
Yes.
I didn't realize Onyx was gonna be fucking racist to the Fae in 2 campaigns. God damn it!
Crazy.
You really did come for him. The
Damn it.
purple pixie is floating, and her wings are going very, very fast. And she's ignoring everyone else except for Marrow. And she reaches into some void of energy. This looks like just milky and weird substance floating. And then she pulls her hand out. And inside of it is a small little compass. And she floats down over to you, and she sticks her hands out. And she goes, "This will help you retrieve the first object. Follow it, and you will know what to do from there."
Consider it done.
What?
So we don't kill him and the fairy because
I have too many questions, Ollie. And she kind of steps around him. The fuck was that?
My humor's not landing. Yeah, Addie, I don't know why.
Well,
The creature you see before you is a consort of the organization that I am currently employed with.
And what organization is that?
It's called the Sealy Court. I wouldn't expect any of you to know anything about it.
So you're a Fey assassin.
we?
I
if you
am
roll
a
knowledge.
Fey mercenary.
If you both rolled knowledge, you would know a thing or two. Feyar exist.
Which knowledge?
Arcana would do it. Or history.
12.
Or history.
Oh, or history? Okay, history's
No,
much
you got
better.
your 12. You get to
14.
choose it. I'll give it to you. It's episode 1.
Score's the same. 22.
22. Okay. So you are just reminded that Fae exist, and it's kind of clicking for everything that you've seen today as far as Marrow is concerned, Beatrix. For you, Adriana, you almost immediately recognize that purple pixies are not foot soldiers and should not be fucked with as far as the mythology behind them and their connection to the Sealy Court, which is supposed to be above purple pixies and shrouded in mystery, and nobody knows what they look like.
She looks at, or she holds her 2 hands up because I know that B is on one side of me and Ollie is on the other side. She goes, "Neither of you make a fucking move."
he kind of does like a twirl with his halberd, puts it back on his back.
Ray is going to dissipate her sword, and she's going to loot Liam's body.
Fucking great.
I will take this moment to point out that I waited until the person gave us all information that he possessed before I carried out my job.
You still killed a dude in front of me, and I'll be honest with you, the fact that I'm so shaken up on Sarda being murdered isn't really exactly doing you justice right now.
I got my longswords faster than your axe.
Debatable.
Okay,
you're already
fellas. Okay. We can get along.
We can definitely test that theory, friend.
No, you
I bet,
cannot.
Ollie!
I bet 9 gold on the red-haired beard.
Hey!
God.
For fuck's sake!
He continues looting.
I'm not fighting unless I get paid. Bottom line.
Oh, good, because nobody's
I don't let
fighting each
criminals
other.
walk freely. What?
Stop it.
Adriana, listen. We just
Oh,
watched
here?
this man murder somebody.
We did. We watched a lot of murders today.
On behalf of a government.
So what?
I don't
Y'all
know that
haven't
you're-
murdered somebody before? I mean,
I am not able to discuss that. And she turns back around to all of you. Allie. We've watched a
See,
lot
none
of
of us
people
are
be
that
murdered
innocent.
today.
Okay. Okay.
We have to just accept sometimes
Mara,
that happens.
thank you for at least letting him get the information out. But he was the only source, unless we follow you towards it. What are you trying to find?
Good question. What
Apparently an
Raven,
object.
amidst your looting, you have found a quill that does not require ink, and it just magically writes, and a notebook full of notes.
Yep, she pockets that.
Klepto. I'm watching her just steal the stuff from his body since he can't fight the bad guy apparently, and I'm just like, Miss,
Oh.
I never got your name actually. Is there a reason why you're stealing stuff from dead people?
The purple
It's not-
pixie disappears.
It's not stealing if they're already dead. You should know this.
It's not right if it belonged to them and you're taking it from them, dead or alive. You should know that.
It's a very strong opinion coming from an orphan.
And those are
Okay, getting a
Uh-huh.
Hold on. You look familiar too, though. We met?
No,
Oh my god, you
absolutely
almost
not.
killed me once. She just has that moment. Oh my god, you almost killed me once.
Like Raven
Okay.
does not say anything
No,
and just
she does
keeps
not give
going
any
through her stuff.
No further details.
I'm gonna kind of like go walk over and like stand like towering above her.
Can I take a peek at that notebook by chance?
No.
I mean, she did take it fair and square.
I mean, no, valid. I just wanted to see if I could translate anything, if it would help me get anything any closer to what
Oh,
Okay.
that.
find.
I don't know that might help. I don't actually. That might help us.
Mm.
Hmm.
Maybe
Well-
harder at a later date. Yeah.
Can I look at your compass that you got there, Mara?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'll enter the company.
Yeah, and she like looks at it. I'm gonna be real. Cole does not know how compasses work, but Adriana goes on adventures on a regular basis, so I think she would know how a compass works. Can you help me, please?
This compass is spinning rapidly
Oh.
as you're holding it, and it's just getting faster and faster, and it's starting to heat up. And
She throws it at him. She goes, "It's broke."
Mara.
As you take it back, it returns to your Fey magic, and it stops spinning, and it kind of does that shake thing before pointing. Where are you? Northeast. Yeah, northwest.
The compass needle points northwest.
Yes.
Got it.
That's weird, and the Fae thing is gonna take a minute for me to adjust to. Okay. So, did anyone else get hurt? No?
Mm.
Good. Thank God. We are gonna talk later. She says as she like points her finger directly in Ollie's face.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any other like people alive on this side of the crack, I guess, besides us?
Yes, you can.
Because we've been shooting shit for a hot minute, not being aware of our surroundings. So I just want to make sure that nothing's sneaking up on us. I got a 17 on the dice. So, 23.
There's no one presently around. You almost get one of those passive feelings like, oh shit, there were people. But like they also did have doppelgangers and have departed the area entirely.
Okay, so there's nobody around. Should we just like start walking further into the forest? What do y'all want to do?
Well, we were literally up all night. It is mid-morning. We can.
It's like
How do
1
you guys?
a.m.
Do you guys? Apologies.
It's like 1 a.m.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's the middle of the night. We could probably find shelter for the evening, or build shelter, however we want to make that happen. Or we could walk through the night.
What is this we?
I
don't think I can associate with a kleptomaniac and a killer.
Olivier, you have been working for the military. I think you can associate with killers just fine.
I don't
This
kill.
fucker gets upset with
I
me for
bring
killing
righteous
someone.
justice. No, this
Sweet.
guy literally basically helped us out of a really freaky situation with magic and wound aids and fucking cool hats, and you just go and kill the guy, and then he just disappears. She takes his freaking notebook and his quill, and you have some weird purple This is just too much going on.
I know, you
And then he
need
kind of
now.
like punches a tree.
Yeah.
Does he? Can he punch the tree hard enough to like knock the tree over?
Roll to hit. Or roll for damage. It's a tree. You don't need to roll to hit.
Oh. Shit. Hold on. What would that be? That would be. That's 6 points of damage just to kind of like punch a tree just to be upset.
You successfully punch a tree. Because of its weird, murky, somewhat not rotted, but waterlogged ness of the swamp that is the Orkwood. It breaks with ease. You can hear that cracking as it falls over and splashes into the muds.
Oh,
Is anybody familiar with this area? Like, do we know where the nearest town is?
Kleptomaniac might know. She seems like someone that would be here.
it's very nice to
Oh.
call names.
Mm.
All right, I did call him Afro Man.
Dead.
So, as of right now, the only person with a direction was the Fae that gave me the compass.
All right, so it's a town you want to get to.
Preferably with less slaughterhouse vibes.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Well,
obviously no guarantee of that.
You make a good point.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the Orkwoods. She just kind of stares up into space. I don't know where any towns are here. We can just
Well,
walk until we find one?
I know the places you should avoid. I'll get you to the nearest town, and then good luck with your endeavors.
You didn't have a doppelganger either.
Could be chance. What if my doppelganger
No.
decided not to kill me? Have you ever thought of that?
I've met you, and I'm guessing that the person from the dark side of you would definitely kill you.
And your dark side probably healed yourself to death.
I would have died. Still would have died.
The only one of you that makes any sense is Beard Man over here. Contract killing, that I understand. Wait, why did I mute? I don't know. Which direction is the nearest town?
Well, you're not
It's
in the
not
Orkwood quite yet.
No.
So you'll have to.
We're in the outskirts of Estelion, right?
Mm-hmm. There is a town inside of Orkwoods that acts as their pseudo capital. It doesn't really have a name, but if most people, if they go, we're going to the Orkwoods, they just aim for that town. There's no clear path in the road or anything. It's just, it's quite literally north of Estelion.
Nearest settlement is north. They're gonna want to avoid the swamp, so especially the short one.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, we don't want the small one getting drug off by a thing that lives in the swamps, especially if we can't see it happen. That would be disappointing.
Man, don't normally hags try to sacrifice little ones in the swamps? I want to avoid the swamps.
I feel like you guys are all way too casual for what really just happened.
This is called shock, Olivier.
Yeah.
Raven's
You
just
know-
gonna start walking north.
As I turn to follow Reagan, I'm gonna say, you know, I don't know if I dislike it, but you're definitely the most emotional soldier I've ever met.
I think that's a good stopping point. Well done, folks. Good job on making it through episode 1. Oh
Marl
man.
and Ollie are gonna kill each other.
We
I just want him to see that we're the same.
the same.
Boy,
On purpose.
Look, the only difference in us is I do beach work and you get paid by the hour.
I'm weak.
wow. How y'all gonna make me work for all these fucking connections?
No, this is how it has to start. This is how the
No.
deep bonds are built.
This is how we
Those
become
two.
besties.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Okay, I know.
But honestly, well done. What's up? What's up?
We have a lot of Fae races.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll debate that in afters.
We'll talk about that in the
You're
afters.
Yeah.
You're not beating the Fae racism allegations. I'm sorry.
No, it's not helping at all. You need to go read up. Okay, let's do this outro. Let's get out of here. No, I know we didn't have a break today. We do not usually have a break right in the middle. But there was so much that I wanted to put out there. So thank you all for sticking tight and holding through to it. So we are gonna do a very swift exit. But for all the viewers, if you haven't already, drop a follow. Thank you for all the subscriptions that we got today. Please keep on enjoying those rolls because they get even more interesting. I've only shown you the astral versions of those rolls. I'm not showing you what else happens. But yeah, hope y'all liked episode 1. I had a good time. Y'all have a good time?
That was fun.
Good.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a good one.
With that being said,
Yeah,
we're
much
gonna go
fun.
alphabetically. Please tell the people who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
Wonderful. I'm Colt. I play Adriana Andrea. You can find me on TikTok at Cholioli. And also here on the nights that we decide to play D&D on Roll for Trauma.
I'm Onyx, and I play Beatrix Delphine. I almost did my old character name.
Oh, baby.
And you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, under Icy Onyx, and here we play D&D.
I'm Scarecrow. I play Marrow Varen, and you can find me normally on Wednesdays here.
I'm Deontay. I play Olafur Waylian. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at dapper_making 2.0. And you can find me here all the time on. What the fuck was that?
Fucking what?
You can find me being traumatized here at Roll for Trauma. Jesus Christ. You did that on purpose, you monster.
Yeah, he did. Hi, I'm Violet. I play Raven Finley, and you can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored, or you can find me here pretty much every time we play D&D on Roll for Trauma.
And I'm Eddie. I play the architect.
Yeah.
My job is to tell an immersive story. So, meanwhile,
Oh shit!
It's every episode.
in Noval, a elven queen sits on a chair as another woman watches the shattering happen with a huge telescope. She grimaces and hits the telescope, knocking it off of the ledge of the tall tower. It falls with a crushing boom on the ground. She turns her head back to the queen, now coming into full frame. It is apparent she has been brought to an inch of her life. The woman walks up to the queen and she goes, "How hard is it? Can it really be that complicated? You promised me results." The queen looks at her and she goes, "The queen promises nothing." And that's the end of episode 1.
Fucking.
That queen is a badass. I'm just saying.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to see you guys next week. It should be Wednesday, but if you're ever curious, check out our socials. You can figure out all the information ahead of time. Definitely the Discord, that's kind of your go-to stop. But Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, one of those 3 days, most likely Wednesdays. I'll keep you updated. In the meantime, my name is Eddie. Thank you so much for watching Roll for Trauma. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Say bye, players.
Bye.
Bye.
Players.